Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Sakisha with Eat Like Me, and today I'm going to show you a really cool trick how to thaw or defrost ground meat. I've got ground beef in this case, and you're going to do it in about 5 minutes, and you won't cook your meat in the microwave. Whether you keep the plastic on or not doesn't really matter. You're going to take it off in a short while anyway. And how you do this is do not use the defrost button. I repeat, do not defrost your meat. It doesn't work well. Just trust me on this. So what you can do is cook it on 50% power instead of defrost, because defrost does like high or something close to high and then cool, hot then cool, hot then cool, and it just doesn't work. So I'm going to do 5 minutes. So we're going to do cook time or time cook, however your microwave reads. We're going to do 5 minutes, and then you do power level. And right now you'll see it's on power level 10. That's 100% power. We want 50% power, so we're going to push 5. So power level 5 and hit start. And you want to check your meat every minute and a half. Otherwise you will see the outer portions of your meat begin to brown, and you don't want that. I'll repeat, you don't want that. So about every minute and a half, check your meat, and I'll show you how to do that in just a moment. Okay, welcome back, and this is what I'm talking about when I say you have to keep your eye on it, otherwise it will start to cook in the package. We don't want it to cook, but for what I'm making, this is going to be just fine. So I'll move that. So we're just going to kind of scrape off all of this, and of course if you're cooking up for other people, you want to wear gloves, but I'm just cooking for my family, and my hands are clean, so no worries. So we're going to scrape off as much of the thawed out meat as we can, and just put it in whatever container or pot or however you want to do it. Sorry, this is the messy part. But it works, so that's all that matters. Flip it over. Most of that, as you can see, is still frozen. No worries. We're going to put it back and just get whatever you can of the thawed meat, and then we're going to put it back in and let the cooking or let the defrosting continue. But make sure you don't do it on defrost, otherwise you'll have way more sections of that already cooked meat. You don't want that. So you want it all to stay raw. Let me rinse my hands. Thank you. And so we'll put it back in, put it back on defrost. Sorry, not defrost, but time cook. And we'll say another 3 minutes. We did 2, but I hit stop instead of pause. My bad. And then we'll change the power level from 10, that's 100% power, to 5, which is 50% power, and then hit start. We'll cook it for another, say, minute and a half to 2 minutes, then scrape off the thawed meat, and then just continue. So in about 5 minutes, you can defrost a full pound of ground beef. This is a trick that I just kind of tried it one day, and it worked so much better than putting the meat on defrost. It does not work. So we'll be back. All right, so we're gonna stop it here in a second or two and see how it's doing. So you see here we've got some that's just starting to brown. We don't want that, of course. However, look at how much is nice and thawed out. So just make sure you're stopping it about every minute and a half or so, because otherwise you're going to be cooking your food rather than defrosting it. So there's only a little bit left, and it works so well. I love this trick because I'm one of those cooks who forgets to take meat out of the freezer in the morning, and then I don't remember until it's afternoon or close to time to cook. So don't be like me. All right, so we probably only have about one more round, about another minute and a half. So, and that's maybe part of vein or something. In about 5 minutes, we can defrost a pound of ground beef. We'll hit start, and then we'll wait. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have about 5 seconds to go. We'll take this meat out, ground beef, and see how it's doing. Again, very few areas of fully cooked meat. We don't want those, so do what you can to check it periodically so that you don't have cooked meat. And this is the only piece that's kind of still solid, but as you can see, it's softened enough for me to break it with my fingers. So this is great. I've got my ground beef. I can now cook and then be done. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That's how to thaw ground beef or any ground meat really in about 5 minutes without it overcooking completely, which would happen in the defrost setting. So there you go. I hope you enjoy. Have a great day.